Welcome to the video. In this video, you will see me analyzing PNC financial services. And the reason that I decided to analyze this because they have this stock because they have amazing dividends. So in this video, you will learn how to put the plan together with highest technical analysis to make sure that you're buying the share at a discount rate for a move higher. So you will see things like channel lines, how we find the best channel line, how we make sure that we have the best area for entrance as an additional confirmation to the channel line, so we can have either a day trade or a swing trade. So you will see me looking for those areas, and overall in some parts of the video you will see it fast forward, and then as I'm finding the area and talking about it, it will be slower. And make sure that you let us know what you learned from the video in the comments. Put a thumbs up and subscribe so we can bring more valuable analysis like that. If you have any questions, we're here to help you expedite your growth. Thank you, and see you inside. Hey, in this video we will be actually starting the analysis on PNC Financial Services Group. And this actually a very interesting stock. I was thinking about what stock to analyze to bring the analysis to you guys. So this stock actually will be interesting. The reason is you get very high dividends on this stock. They pay 1.60, 1.55 on some. So they increased. They had the 125 per share or per 100 shares. You will be able to find out more on Google how dividends are being paid out. But I thought to myself, if you want to swing trade such an instrument, you would want to know what is the lower price per share that you can look to enter and then hold for the swing trade, because you will be making money like that much faster, right? So let's start with the analysis on that. What we want to do is first go to all data in basically one chart. So it will go right away monthly, and we'll put all the candles and all the data of that stock on the chart for us. And then we start to do our magical analysis. We look first for trend lines that meet best. This is actually interesting. Very interesting. And then we have this one here, but this trend line potentially can be like that. Actually, we want to do it as a channel. So we'll be from the low from 2009 to the low of 2023 in November, with a space to this one and to this low at to March 2020. So we can see also that at the 50% Fibonacci of the channel, this April 2020 hit as well, exactly the 50% Fibonacci. So we keep that. That's a great channel line for our trade here. So what that means, we can enter along the lines of that trend line for a long position. Okay, now once we have those two things, we now can go and look for the 50% Fibonacci that will go from here, the top channel, the top trend line, to the bottom channel line, which is a trend line as well for us. And we want to go to the latest week before the rally, okay? The latest week that touches the channel. And then we can see the 50% Fibonacci. We can see that it broke above aggressively. So here it's giving us more security that this day will be, or this month will be green as well. You can see it trapped um, short and basically got long, or even you can say trapped long as well. So right there we can see that great movement, no problem. What we can now look for, it's supply and demand. Actually, let's start with key levels. So what I want to do, I want to look for key levels in such an area that if it comes here to 130 to 140-ish, so we will be able to buy longs in such an area. So we can see there is actually a great supply zone of a monthly by the low, which is template monthly, like that. So that drop would need to happen. I mean, we still have time for all that to hit, a long time. So we have this also monthly. Very nice, very, very nice. There is a lot of monthly here. In a monthly, we can then see if there is other zone. So that zone is very strong if there is. No, God. Okay, key levels. So let's look at key levels. Why we want to look at it from monthly standpoint, you will see that at certain prices, it reacts to on the higher time frame. So this is a very strong key level at 79.52. That's what I would say, but that's way too far. So it's not really as relevant. Let's look for other key levels. This is a very strong key level, actually. You can see how it's had the trend line. It's had again here a couple of months later. Wow, that's actually amazing. Then it's had to break above aggressively and would sustain, no problem. And when it came back to that, it's had a trend, that key level, it's had a lot of, you know, a lot of action around that. Let's see. So key level from the standpoint of here on the higher end, so if we're looking at 200, it's a whole number. I want to just check one moment. $200. So right there, it's a psychological number. Psychological number. So we can keep it, but I will need to see on daily what's happening there. Because it's only here. That's the only data we have for that. So I think from here to here, we have from here to 200, from what it is, 197. to 200. We have, support and resistance somewhat. Context style. So we can see this support and resistance line. So it's somewhat of key level as well. So template, key level. So now, so now let me go look for more. Okay, so we have here weekly, but the location is not good. We have here weekly, location not so good. Let me highlight that for my plan. Okay, planning PNC. I still feel weekly zones close to chart. Uh, what Okay, so here on daily we don't have daily. Oh, it's a big green with daily too. Yeah. Nah, we continuously looking for supply and demand. Need 195. Very interesting. We have here 30 minutes, but we needed the bottom. Looking into yeah, on the confirmation. Having channel, channel, trend line, started out from 192, yeah, on the confirmation. Having channel, channel, trend line, started out from 192, lower high, monthly, grade zero, that's great. Ooh. Okay, that Number of five. So yeah, I guess this is my informations. From 115. Actually, oh, anything. Channel. Okay. Oh, let's see. I will do my math here. So what will a risk $50 divided by 6? Okay. So 7 shares here, another 50 divided by 14. So here we can take 15. Here we take 7. Means 7. Stop loss. And while my stop loss is there, and the chart and add the channel, the profits. Yes. Okay. So basically, my plan is okay. Phenomenal. So basically, what is my trade analysis here is that we have support and resistance level that comes from 197.90 to 200. Okay, so in this area we want to see a rejection. Now it might go a bit higher or a bit lower, depends what type of a trader you are. I basically have certain plans, like I would plan a long here, but if you want to short from such scenarios like here, and let's say you enter and you hold and don't put a stop loss, no problem, having great probability that will go lower. However, you don't know how earnings will come and everything. That's why it's not recommended. Better to put your risk and reward in a plan. So let's talk about the plan that we find here. Okay, the plan would be with the confirmations of seeing that there is the channel line, there is daily and the 195-minute zone of supply and demand, right in a monthly. So that's very strong. Location, structure, size, everything meets our criteria of entering for a trade of a zone. Okay, then we have the channel. So what we experience, it came from beginning of 2009. So that's very strong channel. Okay, it's actually worked out one, two, almost three, but third time here on weeklies also quite a bit more. Also had a lot of action in the zone back then, so this zone is very much respected. Also, last time it's had the visit, it did a monthly. So now let's see when it will revisit. But based on our plan that we have here, we say that even if we give it pretty much like 6 months or so, it still can come to such an area. Of course, we will alter the plan when it gets there. We put an alert, let's say in this area right here, and we just will need to make sure that we put a bit more time for our alert. When it gets to this area, we will be able to alter. But what the plan that we have right now is basically entering because of those multiple of confirmation meeting at that price, we can do it. If it would be longer period and it will be like in 2018, 2028, that's obviously way too long. I don't think it will happen in such a way, but if it does, we have a different plan there as well. So what is the confirmations that we have also? It's at the low of the 50% of Fibonacci. Okay, it's at the low. It's by the channel line, by a super strong zones right here. So we can enter with comfort. Okay, for longs. Great thing if you want to be a swing trader and you enter here with 100, 1,000, 5,000, whatever amount of shares that you want to enter, you can hold with more peace of mind, because you are buying the share at a discounted rate, so to speak, but with patience, of course. So you will be able to get greatly rewarded to that. Stop loss I put at 108, because then if it goes and breaks this zone and that low, we might have a move lower by much more. So basically, I decided to, risk $100 for such a trade. So I put my understanding that if I want $100, I have 7 shares at the entry of 115, and 15 shares entry at 111.86. Then my stop loss would be at 108.47. Okay, which will be under all of my confirmations, pretty much, to put it in one word. And my take profits then will start following those plans. So one, this before a pivot low, so you can see it's somewhat of support and resistance. When it came here, it's had to break above strongly, retest, and move much higher. Okay, so I want to take here 50% of the position, and second time I want to take here, or just to move with my stop loss. Okay, so that's what I would want to do. And of course, we will need to wait for our alert to work out. So I do recommend to put the alert if you just want to continue analyzing other trades, okay, to make sure that it's simple to get the alert instead of watching it for every time, okay? And don't forget, as we started in the video, you will get dividends on monthly or weekly, monthly or quarterly, periods that will pay you very well. 150, new ones, they say even 160, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, it's 1 second, let me see. So January, April, so that's quarterly. Every quarter you will be receiving dividends, which for now they are increasing. So I believe that's very good for your returns. But you want to check about that, because about this I'm not too sure. I'm not focusing so much on this account that I'm trading and those analyses on swing trades. Okay, because swing trades is different, that you are basically holding a company for much longer and you are getting rewarded for the price per share, plus for the growth of the company overall. So if the company was net worth of $20 billion and now 5 years down it's $100 billion, so you get somewhat of the difference from the share amount to the value of the company, which is very interesting to learn and really understand how swing trades working and the compound interest and everything. A great thing to learn.